Elected members asked staff to go away and come back to us with ways that we could save ratepayers some money. One of those options is to close the outdoor pool at Alexandra. You've come back to us pretty strongly informally, and there was a lot of suggestions that the community would actually really like to keep this, but we do want to hear that from you through the formal process. It costs around about $200,000 a year to run and maintain this pool, and that's without heating it. But sometimes on a really hot day, you want a bit of cool water to cool off in, and ideally something that doesn't have any eels or hazards around it. We do have some other outdoor pools in our area where you can swim, such as Roxburgh, Millers Flat and Ophir, if you're wanting a pool rather than a lake or river. But it's not the same as having one in your town where you are. We would really love to hear from you if you want to keep this pool and you're happy to pay to maintain it. Let's head on next to some more council facilities. Come with me to visit a hall. Years ago, halls like this are where we'd go for birthday celebrations, weddings, funerals, and to see your kids in the local school production. Nowadays we use lots of different locations for that sort of thing, and some of our halls are better utilised than others. Some have been maintained over the years, and some have just been fit for purpose for a local dog trial club or young farmers event, and maybe not quite up to scratch of what we'd like from our local halls. We want to talk to you about which local halls and facilities you would like to keep and have council maintain and run them. Some of them we might not use anymore, and there are a couple of buildings that are in such a bad state of repair that our recommendation is that they just be closed and demolished. But we do want to hear from you if there are particular facilities or locations in your area that you think it's really important to keep and that you're happy to continue to pay the maintenance on those buildings. This topic is a real meaty one. There are a lot of facilities and some of them in more areas than others. But we do want to hear from you. You might have alternative ideas and suggestions. Please send them through. Now, shh, I think the show's about to start. Molyneux Turf Incorporated have partnered with Dunstan High School and are looking for some council input of around $300,000 to resurface the old basketball courts and make them a multi-use sports field. The neat thing about partnering with the school is that there's the ability for the school to use the fields during the day in the school term and then for community to access them after hours and in the evening. We'll also be talking to you about an upgrade of the current turf at the Maniatoto area school, which is also in a pretty bad state of repair. Our kids love playing sports in Central Otago, and we punch well above our weight when it comes to competitive sports. So this is one thing that we want to talk to you about. It is a nice to have, but maybe that's a nice to have we want to keep for our communities. One of the things that we want to ask you about is volumetric water charging. At the moment, you pay quite a lot for the glass and not very much for the water inside it. What we're proposing is that you pay less for the glass, but more for the water. It means if you're a high water user, you'll pay a bit more on your water bill each year. But if you want to save a bit of water by turning off the tap or doing a full load for the dishwasher and washing machine, you'll have the ability to bring down your water use by a little bit, and therefore the price you pay. One of the topics in our consultation document is, do you think that Central Otago should put in a bid to host the Supercars event here in Cromwell? Part of attracting big events these days is chipping in a bit of money as, I guess, a show of good faith that this is something that the community support. $250,000 currently sitting in the tourism reserves could be used to bring this event to Central Otago. One of the things that the $250,000 for Supercars would not do is come to Highlands or to Tony Quinn. I feel like he's probably got enough money, and it is sitting separate from that as part of the event, not as part of any local businesses. Our government has been really clear that they want to see councils doing the basics brilliantly. That is 100% what this council wants to do for you as well. But I think it's also important that Central Otago get the opportunity to say what are the nice to haves or the add-ons or the things that they think are actually basics that you want to pay for that ensure that Central Otago remains such a wonderful place to live. On behalf of all your elected members, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, to read through our consultation document and to put forward your submission for our long-term plan 2025. We'll see you soon.